Hey,
for weeks.
A lot of people are hearing this Dana White thing for the first time.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing about it. You see the difference? He put his hands, he hit his wife.
Right.
So this is what we gonna do. Because this is what everybody else wants to do, but they can't do it. But we can do it on writings on the wall.
Bring it out.
So we gonna put this thing out there.
Yes, sir.
Because Dana White, the white man, he needs to be made famous for what he's done. Right. Man, let's get to the cool. We covered the situation with our brother DeMar Hamlin, DeMar Hamlin of the Buffalo Bills. He had an issue on the field, an injury that caused him to go into cardiac arrest on the field. But he was able to be saved by the medical personnel that came out there, so all praise for that. Lord's will the brother, get his mind right. We'll go over that a little bit later in today's lesson. But I want to cover something else first. As we know, the devil himself, Skip Bayless. He's the devil. He had some comments about our brother DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so we just going to recap y'all on this real quick. Pull that up and read that for us, please.
Athletes call for Skip Bayless to be fired after sick DeMar Hamlin tweet.
Let's scroll down. Read that for me, please.
NFL players, NBA players, and retired pro athletes are calling for Skip Bayless to be fired for comments he made in the aftermath of Bills safety DeMar Hamlin suffering cardiac arrest on the field during Monday Night Football.
Right. So what did he say? He basically, in a nutshell, Skip Bayless made the comment, the dehumanizing comment, an inconsiderate comment saying, how is it even a possibility that they're thinking about canceling the game?
Right.
Well, because there's a brother on the field laying lifeless. That's why.
Right, yeah.
But he didn't have enough tact to understand that because he's the devil. He don't understand that thing.
Right.
All right. So you got people, celebrities, NFL players, NBA players calling for Skip Bayless to be fired. All right. So go back to the article.
After the Bills-Bengals game was suspended in Cincinnati, the undisputed host took to Twitter to chime in on the situation.
Read that.
No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game. But how? Bayless tweeted as medical personnel tended to Hamlin on the field in Cincinnati. This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant.
Right. So he's saying the postseason now seems irrelevant because of what took place with DeMar Hamlin. Right. As well it should be. Obviously, that's the game of football shouldn't be more important than this man's life, right?
Right, exactly.
All right, so Skip Bayless said that, and let's be honest, do we expect more from him? No. He is what he is.
No.
But now, this is Coon of the Week, right? We ain't talking about Skip this time.
Right.
All right, now play the next clip. What we got? There you go.
Oh, dang.
Press play.
Judge Skip Bayless.
Run it back.
His forehead
Lord
bigger than
have
mine.
mercy.
Play that.
About to judge Skip Bayless or anybody else for saying the wrong thing. God knows I have. Yes, you got to be sensitive out there. Mental health matters, life matters, human beings' well-being matters, and when you speak, you have to make sure that you're sensitive to everything that you can be sensitive to in articulating your position. Skip can defend himself. I will tell you that I've spent years disagreeing with Skip Bayless. I disagree with him now, and I'm going to disagree with him into the future. I know who he is. I know what he's about. Do I agree with everything he says or how he says it or the timing with which he uses to say things? No. But the flip side to it is that I know that by and large his heart is in the right place.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, people make mistakes.
Come on now.
Wow. Hey. Give me Isaiah 57. Hey, some of our people, I'm telling you, bro, they cannot be trusted.
No. Right.
I'm not gonna lie. Hey, people like that, they worse than the devil themselves.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, because they look like us. And when you see them, you automatically assume that, they're for our people. Nah, that dude right there, you see how gentle and how he catered to Skip Bayless?
Right. Yeah.
But let it be his own brother. Just a few months ago.
Yeah.
Just a few months ago with our brother Kyrie.
Bring it on. Oh, he was going in on that.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, Skip said this.
Right.
Skip actually came out and said this.
Yeah.
Kyrie didn't say a word. He just posted a link.
Yeah.
And he was suspended from his job.
Dang.
Wow.
And I remember, what'd you say?
And he had to pay millions of dollars.
Millions. And he lost millions of dollars from missing those games as well.
Yeah.
But I do remember, what's his name? Stephen A. Stephen A. kept coming at the fact, he says, Kyrie's so cocky. I was like, you didn't say that about Skipper over there. Right. Little Skip. He didn't say that about him.
Little Skipper.
I mean, shoot, it's okay, because when you know who you are more confident.
Right.
You understand?
Well, he was cocky too, because he said, I'm not taking the post down. He said, I'm going to keep it up there. So that's cocky.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
He did say that.
When Shannon said, I hope you take it down, Skip, he says, no, I stand by it. Excellent point. But Kyrie just simply says, I know who I am, and and doubles down on it.
Right.
And now he's cocky and he's not apologetic. Nah, get the hell out of here with that, Stephen A. So today, Stephen A., your card is pulled today on Coon of the Week.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, read that script for me, please. Isaiah 57 and verse 8. Watch this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 57 and verse 8.
Come on.
Behind the doors also, and the post hast thou set up thy remembrance.
Right. It says, behind the doors and the post I set up thy remembrance. Hey, behind closed doors, our people are making all types of wicked deals with the enemy.
Yes.
Understand that thing right there. All right, read that verse again for me, please.
Behind the doors also, and the post hast thou set up thy remembrance.
Read.
For thou hast discovered thyself to another than me, and art gone up. Thou hast enlarged thy bed, and made thee a covenant with them.
You see that? You see that? Our people, they've enlarged their bed by what? The money that they receive.
Right.
Okay, and they made a covenant with them. Who? The so-called white man.
Right.
These are the deals that are going on behind closed doors. And I want y'all to all understand something. This is going into, today's topic of the day as well. When it comes to media, understand, they ain't gonna allow Stephen A. to get up there unless he is going to do exactly what they tell him to do.
That's it.
They're going to tell him what to say. They're going to write all of that, but they're going to do what? They're going to put Stephen A. on one side. They're going to put, what's the dude?
Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah, Kendrick Perkins on the other side, and have them, you're going to speak about this, you're going to speak about that. It's not their own accord.
Right.
It's not what they're coming up with. They may add a little bit to it, but at the end of the day, he's going to say, now I want you to push this agenda today, and you're going to push this agenda. Now, when they ask you about Skip, you better not speak up and say anything.
Right.
And guess what? That's exactly what he's doing. Read that verse again for me, please.
Behind the doors also, and the post hast thou set up thy remembrance.
Come on.
For thou hast discovered thyself to another than me, and art gone up. Thou hast enlarged thy bed, and made thee a covenant with them.
Thou hast enlarged thy bed and made a covenant with them. Get Exodus 5 ready, but we're not going to go to it. Do me a favor. Let's go to the next clip. What we got after that? Oh, yes. So those who are familiar, who are understanding and know what's going on in the sports world, right? Dana White is probably one of the biggest names when it comes to fighting.
Right.
All right.
And you know
What is it? UFC?
Yeah, UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. That's not boxing. That's not kickboxing. That's everything. Mixed martial arts, right? So he is he's the owner of that, right? The founder and owner of the UFC. So just so happens, this week he was caught in a bar with his wife, giving her the beats.
Wow.
That's what he was caught this week. All right, sparring with his wife at the bar. All right, let's go back to the argument. What you laughing about, Dave?
You say he was sparring with his wife?
Yeah, sparring with his wife, man.
Glove up time.
All right, read that for me, please.
This is TMZsports.com.
Come on.
Dana White. Nightclub fight with wife on NYE. Dana says.
Oh, my bad. That's New Year's Eve. So this happened about a few, like almost 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Almost 2 weeks.
December 30th, was it first?
Yeah, December 31st. Yep. All right, read that.
Dana White. Nightclub fight with wife on New Year's Eve. Dana says there's no excuse.
All right, scroll down. So the white man, he understands as long as he keeps saying that, it's going to be brushed under the rug.
Yep. Right.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Last time I checked, I'm sorry, bro. I cannot get rid of it. Kyrie literally tweeted and shared a link to a movie.
Right.
What did you say, Chuck? Right. That's all he did. And that got worldwide, nonstop coverage. Hey,
for weeks.
A lot of people are hearing this Dana White thing for the first time.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing about it. You see the difference? He put his hands, he hit his wife.
Right.
So this is what we gonna do. Because this is what everybody else wants to do, but they can't do it. But we can do it on writings on the wall.
Bring it out.
So we gonna put this thing out there.
Yes, sir.
Because Dana White, the white man, all right, he needs to be made famous for what he's done.
Right.
All right. So let's go back to the article. We're gonna play the clip as well, but read some of this first for me, please.
Dana White and his wife got physical with each other on New Year's Eve, stunning onlookers in the crowded Cabo St. Lucas nightclub. An incident Dana says was regretfully fueled by booze.
So they say, okay, alcohol's the excuse. Nah. Hey,
crap.
last time I checked, when it's us on the other end,
Right.
they don't give a
There
damn.
you go. Yeah.
So they're gonna write it off. Oh, you know what? I did the wrong thing. Oh, it was alcohol's fault. All right, go back to the article, man.
Sick of it.
The UFC honcho and Ann White, who've been married for 26 years, was celebrating Saturday night with friends in El Squid Row. But things took a turn shortly after they all welcomed in 2023 at midnight.
Go ahead.
The couple and their group were in a VIP area above the dance floor. And when Dana leaned over to say something to Ann, she reacted by slapping him across the face. Dana immediately slapped her back in the face before friends jumped in and pulled them apart. And it all played out in plain view of patrons down below.
Hey, man, this sounds familiar, man. This sounds familiar with a Jake on the elevator, man.
Oh,
sounds real familiar. And I remember the media coverage on that was crazy.
Yeah. Right.
It was everywhere and drawn out week after week after week.
That's right.
Ain't no way.
But do me a favor, we ain't talking about him right now. We talking about Dana White.
That's right.
That's what we talking about. Hey, scroll up in the article. Play the video from TMZ, please. Play this video.
Personal del antro, a todos mis compañeros del antro, feliz año nuevo.
Hey, do me a favor, mute that. They might copyright us for that. Yeah, mute that music. Are we good? All right. Go back to the video, play that. There you go. You see him?
Man.
Giving her the damn smackdown in the club.
Yeah.
If they do it in the club, you can imagine what they do behind closed doors.
Right.
Exactly.
Beat her
Somebody come in and
tail
look at this.
behind closed
There's
doors.
no doubt about it. I'm glad you saw that. If he was so comfortable to do it like that,
Right.
obviously there's something else going on.
Right.
You had some
Cap,
else?
on Cap, real quick. Once you have a level of training in boxing or mixed martial arts, so your hands become lethal
weapons. You're right.
All right. So he should be on the held. Yeah, for felony charges.
So you say he should be behind bars right now?
He should be in jail. Yes, sir.
That's
He
right.
should be in jail right now.
The hell is this?
So real quick, give me one on all right, Zachariah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 11. And what is it, 5? Yeah, 5. All right, because when it come to us, man, they could kill us and slay us in the streets and hold us, all right, on the guilty. And so they see something like this that on the goes with us, oh, man, we in jail. But when it comes to them, man, they get scot-free. Read that.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5.
Read.
Whose possessors slayed them.
So whose possessors slay them? All right, we are the possessed, and our possessors can slay us. And read.
And hold themselves not guilty.
And they're not held on the guilty. All right, and when they do something, all right, the same way that we do something, they're not held guilty. They're not, all right, brought before the judge or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what's that called? A double standard.
Yeah, exactly. Double standard.
Double standard. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Habakkuk 1, to go along with what the officer was just bringing out. It's exactly right. That's an excellent point that you bring out, because Obviously, he is also involved in mixed martial arts.
Right. Yeah.
Not only is he hitting a pedestrian or whatever,
right, yes,
he's
sir.
hitting a woman too.
Yeah.
Right.
He physically abused a woman in the public.
Right.
In
On film, though.
On film. In the public, and he is a fighter himself.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, read this for us, please. Habakkuk 1 and 4.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 1 and verse 4.
Come on.
Therefore, the law is slack.
The law is what?
Slack.
Uh-huh.
And judgment doth never go forth.
It says judgment doth never go forth. Meaning what? Because it's in their power to make the laws.
Right.
So they're going to make sure that it caters to them
Right.
and goes against us. Finish that out.
For the wicked doth compass about the righteous.
It says the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Meaning what? They're going to pass us or, or surround us. Why? Because they're the lawmakers. They got the money.
Right. Yep.
They the one who called all the shots. We got a caller? All right, we'll take a quick call. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your question or your comment?
Shalom, Most High in Christ first.
Hey, Shalom,
I
sis.
just wanted to say that I am so like happy that you guys are taking the time out to bless other people with the word of God, because you just don't know how inspirational you've been to so many people throughout this walk. So I'm just saying, like, in a time where there's so much chaos and so many distractions, y'all are doing the right thing.
Hey, all praises to the Most High God. Thank you very much for your support and tuning in, sis. Lord's will, you continue to learn and grow in the spirit. And but thank you, sis, for calling in.
That's right.
That's
Thank
right.
you. Shalom.
All praise, Shalom, sis. Where we was at? Habakkuk, right? Yes. Yeah, finish that for me. Read it again from the top.
Therefore, the law is slack.
Come on.
And judgment doth never go forth.
Uh-huh.
For the wicked compass about the righteous.
Read.
Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth.
Right, wrong judgment proceeded. Hey, go back to the clip. All right, so we got on camera. We got Dana White, the head of the UFC. Can we go back to the clip? Thank you. Okay, UFC. Right, he's beating his wife in a club in the public. Obviously, he should at least been taken in that night, right?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So
Hey, security.
Exactly. But yeah, they already know everybody in there. They trying to see what he doing,
Right.
because he in VIP. Obviously, that's what it looked like. All right, go to the next article, please. Go to the next one. What we got? Okay, so this is ESPN. All right, it's got a quote from Dana White. So play that clip, please.
Here, please. Here's Dana's apology in part to TMZ. I'm literally making no excuses for this thing at all. It's never happened before. It's the first time
Stop.
it's ever
And that's the thing. He's using his whiteness again, man.
That's it.
Bro, you see how he pop. He knew what he was doing. He's done it
knew what he was
before.
doing, right.
He's done it before.
Yeah,
All right, but they want to use their whiteness. Hey, just say this. Say you've never done it before. Just keep throwing in how long y'all been married.
Yeah.
Just keep throwing in that y'all was drinking. That's what they do, bro.
Yes,
You had
sir.
something?
If you pay attention to his wife, she didn't act like she was shocked. She got hit. She went with the punches and kept going. That was normal for her.
She should have been, the Becky look. She should have been like,
Yeah, she didn't do none of that.
she didn't do that.
No, she was fighting back.
Exactly. She put a guard up. She knew what time it was. Time to get the
Bobbing and
beats.
Hey, he about to, he about to swing.
No, he got a ring in his living room, right?
Oh shit! Sans, you crazy.
Go
son.
ahead, sir.
Hey, I know, but go back to the clip with ESPN. Play that.
It's the first time it's ever happened. People are going to say what they're going to say, and it is what it is. Whatever people say is deserved. I deserve it. Now, in a separate interview with TMZ.
Stop. Now he'll say that. He say, whatever you say, I deserve it. But when they talk about prison time, nope.
Nope.
No. When it talks about me being suspended from my job, nope.
Right,
But you can say
right,
whatever you want to say about me. Wow. You know what? I deserve it, man. You know, if I'm a bad guy, yeah, I'm a bad guy. But I'm still gonna be making my
But he
money.
gonna keep
I'm
his
still
job,
be walking around here free.
Yeah.
That's the double standard. All right, go back.
Ann White said this to
Oh,
say this is
gosh.
out of character for him.
Stephen A.
is an
ain't gonna say nothing
understatement.
on him,
Nothing
huh?
like this has ever happened before.
No.
So, though White is the face of the UFC, Stephen A., it is an entity owned by Endeavor. What type of discipline should
You see, he had to get himself together, right? He said, I got to get the serious face. I got to get ready to go ahead and defend the white man. You already know he's finna defend this white man.
Think about his script.
Yeah, exactly. Go back.
response to that is whatever discipline he should face is the kind of discipline he would impose upon someone he oversees.
You see that thing?
Because that would be consistent with who he is. Now, I will openly confess to you, and I certainly, we shouldn't end this segment without getting your take on this. I will tell you this. Dana White is not just somebody that's connected in the world of sports. He's a friend.
See this?
I love this.
Right.
See this thing right here, man?
Yes.
Come on now.
Making his covenant. Give me that Isaiah 28:15, man.
Powerful nigga.
Boy, oh boy. Shame on you, Stephen A. Shame on you, Stephen A, man. Read that for me, please.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
Right, and with hell are we at agreement? That's my friend. Last time I checked, give me Exodus 21:16. Exodus 21:16. It just came to my mind. So I want you to read that. Let's see what it says. Let's see what Exodus 21:16 says.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
Right, so that's the law on slavery. Last time I checked, friends don't put friends in slavery.
Exactly.
So last time I checked, you saying that the white man is your friend, but that don't make no sense.
Right.
Because in Deuteronomy 28:68, it says, ye shall be sold unto who?
Your enemies.
Your enemies. That's what the scriptures say. That's what the Bible says. I'm sick of it. But go back to Isaiah 28. I'm telling you, it just came to my mind. I was just, just had to get it out of there. Isaiah 28:15.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
Right, covenant with death, and at hell are we at agreement.
Right.
Give me the one in Isaiah. It's either chapter 7 or verse 8. I forget off the top of my head. But it talks about, joining yourself with them. Okay? Let me look at it. Because y'all looking clueless right now. Let me see. Isaiah chapter, 8 and 9, excuse me. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 9. Watch this. Because your man's Stephen A., he wants to make friendship with the enemy. That God says that's your enemy right there.
Hell is this?
Read this.
Bring it out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 8 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
Associate yourselves, O ye people.
Right, if you call yourself somebody a friend, that's an associate, right?
Yeah,
Right, read that again, please.
Associate yourselves, O ye people.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall be broken in pieces.
And you're going to be broken in pieces, all right? Making a covenant with hell and death, being in agreement with that, bruh, it says hell and death. So meaning what? If you're in agreement with it, something's coming for you. It's going to be destruction. So, Stephen A., hey, don't take this as an offense or anger or anything like that towards you. Wait, never mind. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. I guess it is anger because I'm sick and tired of seeing brothers like you stick up for the enemy
Bring it out.
and bash our own people.
Right.
So I guess it is anger. Excuse me. Read what you got. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Come on.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Right. Oppression makes a wise man mad. It's even worse when you got your own brothers oppressing you.
Right.
Exodus 5. I did want to go to Exodus 5.
Hey, bring it out.
Give me Exodus 5 and 10.
Bring it out.
Exodus 5 and 10.
The
All
book of
right?
Exodus.
Then we go back to Stephen A.'s response. Watch this.
The book of Exodus, chapter 5 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
And the taskmasters of the people went out.
And wait, speed race it over here. Read that again, please.
And the taskmasters of the people went out.
You see that? And the taskmasters of the people. Taskmasters is our own people, making sure that the white man look good and putting shame on the black people, chastising them. That's it on that?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
And their officers. And they spake to the people, saying, Thus said Pharaoh, I will not give you straw.
Read on.
Go ye, get you straw where you can find it. Yet not all of your work shall be diminished.
Verse 14.
Verse 14. And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten.
Were what?
Were beaten.
Were beaten. So think about it. Hey, Dana White, he should be being drugged in the media today.
Right.
All right. But people like Kyrieirving, and we're going to get to it, our brother Ray Rice.
Yep.
I don't know if y'all remember Ray Rice, but he was the Jake running back for the Baltimore
He was
Ravens.
probably the best at the time.
Yeah, at the time. No, for real. The brother was good at that
Yeah.
time. Was this about almost 10 years ago at this
Yeah,
point?
it's
About
been
9-10 years ago. His career was taken from him for doing the same thing
Exactly.
as the white man Dana White.
Right.
All right. Hey, do me a favor. I want to drop that. Let's go back to the clip with Stephen A.
Acted in the world of sports. He's a friend.
See that?
I love the guy.
Foolishness.
Personally. So this is a very hard subject for me. We talk all the time. We certainly connected briefly since this happened. He knew there's no way on earth that I wasn't going to talk about it. My heart goes out to his family because this is a very, very embarrassing situation. He says it has never, ever happened before. He's completely ashamed and utterly disgusted with himself that he finds himself in this situation, that he would ever have done such a thing to a woman he's been married to for 30 years.
See that? They're going to keep putting it out there. Go ahead. Play on.
Mother of his 3 children, and he makes no excuses for it. And I think it's important to point that out. I also think it's important to point out that she
Stop. Why does he think it's so important to point these things out?
Right. And think about this, Cap. Why didn't he? Everything he said and saying it as if it's fact, but he didn't do that with Kyrie.
No.
Kyrie said, I'm not anti-Semitic. He didn't say he anti-Semitic and I believe it. No, he went against Kyrie. I think he should be suspended. He's given a total opposite opinion when it comes to his own people. That's somebody who hates his people.
Exactly. Excellent point. Excellent point. Go back to the article. Oh gosh, where we were. You know what I meant. Come on, play on, IT.
dog.
Follow me.
What he asserts, that it's never happened before, that it was completely out of character. And she even pointed to the fact that they were out and they were drinking and all of that other stuff as well.
So why is Stephen A. saying all of this? He's saying that to disregard the acts that he did.
Right.
Just he's been married a long time.
Yep.
He loves his wife. He's a good guy. He's a
got 3
friend of
kids.
mine.
Yeah.
He has kids. He's doing that what? That's that witchcraft, man.
Yeah.
Keep saying these things. Go ahead, Officer Sampson.
And Cal, you remember we did an article on him before. He said he dreamed, and when he wake up, he tried to go in his presser pocket, tried to pull out what he
Yeah, he
want.
did say that.
Right.
He said that his goal is to make his boss richer.
Right.
Make his
yeah.
boss
Wait,
money.
no, wait.
Before he can get some of that.
Uh-huh.
So he's doing
Wait.
exactly the same thing. The love of money is what the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
So he despise and hate his brother, but the enemy, he goes suck up to them to try to get what? More money so he can build his kingdom on this earth. But the earth gonna perish one day.
Right.
So he gotta know that.
He got to know that thing right there.
That's right.
Can I get one on that right there, quick? No, Cap, go ahead.
All right, go back to the
ahead, Ken.
to the video.
I can't get nothing.
In the end, he's not making any excuses. It's certainly not for me nor anybody out there to make an excuse, because particularly within the times that we're living in and with all the things that we've learned and the kind of the inordinate amount of times we've had to address subjects like this, we have to maintain consistency in pointing out, you do not put your hands on a woman if you are a man.
So now he comes back and says,
Right.
okay, wait, we still agree, but don't forget what I said. It's really important that he's married, 26, 30 years, they was drinking, think about the kids. But yeah, putting your hands on women,
Right,
no.
yes, sir.
Go back. This is calculated, I'm telling you. Go
I
back.
do it. Dana White knows that. And
So if he knows that, why'd he do it?
Why he did?
Why'd he do it if he knows this? Go back.
all I can say is that, again, he has spoken out against men who put their hands on women before.
Hey, I'm sorry, but what about him giving his wife the beats, the two-piece? That happened.
Bring it
Dana
out.
White, he's spoken about this, so he knows it's wrong, but yet he did it anyway. Let's deal with that. Because I know they didn't hold back on our brother Kyrie.
Right.
And we're going to get to it. We actually going to go back about 10 years ago with Ray Rice. All right, go back. That's why I'm trying to get to it. Go ahead. I keep cutting myself off too, right?
Punishment you would exact under these circumstances to somebody else is what he should apply to himself. But I love him.
I could see him doing something even stricter just because
Horrible.
he's the leader, you know,
Yes.
and he's the leader of men. So to your point, not just what's enacted to a fighter, but maybe a little stiffer.
Sure.
Because he's the head. I just want to say a couple of things. They talked about being drinking heavily.
Yeah.
When you're under the influence, not shining.
Says
moments,
it again.
often people don't make their best decisions. So in that sense, it's a cautionary tale.
Yep.
And in terms of it being an isolated incident, I've known Dana since I was 22. Have the utmost respect for him.
Oh, oh my, bro, this is crazy.
Now he's just a friend.
He's a gentleman and a scholar now. I've known him so long, even though he beat his wife down on New Year's Eve. Oh, that's not him. The hell is this? Go back.
The hell is this?
And I don't judge people by their worst moment. I agree with you on that.
Wow. Hey, stop. But hey, they showing up Judge Ye. They showing up Judge Kyrie. They came crazy against Nick Cannon. And now he's a mockery. You know, they came down heavy on him for his quote-unquote, you know, anti-comments. But now they make a mockery of him with the, you know, with the, what's that, the children out of wedlock. All right? Do me a favor for the sake of time. Let's go to the next one, man.
Wow.
All right, read this briefly. Go ahead.
This is NewYorkPost.com. Jamel Hill blasts ex-colleague Stephen A. Smith. ESPN for going easy on Dana White after he slapped
As
White.
well you should, Sister Hill. As well you should.
That's right.
Just get a round of applause or something.
That's right.
Gosh,
real.
dog.
That's right.
I tell you, a rough crowd, man.
Wake up.
Hey, go back. Play that. Read that.
Jamel Hill criticized Stephen A. Smith and her old bosses at ESPN for going soft on UFC president Dana White. Former ESPN personality Jamel Hill criticized ex-colleague Stephen A. Smith and her old bosses at the Disney-owned sports network for going easy on UFC head honcho Dana White after he was recently filmed slapping his wife during a nightclub argument on New Year's Eve in Mexico. Hill, a staff writer for The Atlantic who departed ESPN in 2018, wrote that ESPN's financial ties to UFC have deterred the network from covering the White incident as aggressively
Time out. I'm sorry. Are y'all following him? Because where are you at? Which paragraph?
The bottom one right here, Cap.
Hill? Okay, I'm sorry, man. Sheesh. All right. Hold on. Stop. I'm sorry. I got to get in the spirit. I guess I couldn't follow. But it says Hill, a staffer writer of The Atlantic, boom, 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 boom. The network from covering the White incident. All right, scroll down for me. Maybe there's something I'm looking for. White who shares 3K. See, there they go with that garbage. Scroll down. Coverage. Read that, please.
Coverage of the incident, which has overall been pretty soft.
See that? Pretty soft. Yes, pretty soft. They're covering it, but you got to search to find it.
Right.
When it was Kyrie, when it was Ray Rice, it was everywhere.
Right, yeah.
It was everywhere. Go back.
Coverage of the incident, which has overall been pretty soft, Hill wrote, noting that ESPN and UFC signed a $1.5 billion television contract to air his fight.
There it is. That's why. That's why they're making $1.5 billion.
Right,
So how dare you demonize the man that's bringing in $1.5 billion?
That's heavy, right?
You see that thing right there? Hypocrites.
Yep.
Hey, go to the next. Go to the next clip. Go to the next. All right. Yeah, this is back in 2014, I believe, man. So go ahead and play this. This is a situation with Ray Rice. Same situation. Hit his wife in the elevator.
Right.
Okay? Play this.
Penalty. For less. Not just for less.
Is this the timestamp we want to begin at?
Yeah. Meaning, like, without us knowing.
Is this the timestamp we want to begin at?
In light of that reality, I can't sit here and say, Skip, Kerry, that if it were 4 games or 6 games or 8 games, then I could have argued with that either. Because I certainly wouldn't have been here saying, oh, it's too hefty, it's too punitive. I certainly wouldn't have said that. It's just that I'm thinking no history whatsoever of anything like this.
Stop. So he's saying, all right, there ain't nothing. Suspend him for 8 games. Do what you got to do.
Right.
All right. That's not the timestamp that I wanted, but it is what it is. It got to the point, whatever, IT. Go to the next clip, please. Go to the next thing. Long story short, Stephen A. was going in on, oh, gosh. Stephen A. was going in on the fact, you know, that it was okay to suspend Ray Rice for all of those years.
Right.
That's what he was going over. Man.
All right, real quick. So with Dana White, so he'll suspend on the fighters for getting in on domestic, on violence, altercations and stuff like that, getting arrested and things like that. But when it happens to him, all right, the black coon of our people comes to his fence. All right, on real quick, give me Proverbs 11. What is it, 21? Yes, sir. Yeah, on Proverbs 11:21. And on a shout out to the reader because his thumbs is feeling good. But read that real quick.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11 and verse 21.
Read.
Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
So, all right, just because you choose to join yourself unto death or the so-called white man, all right, so they're still going to get their punishment. All right, and then Christ come back and find you join with them, you going to get your punishment too. On the read.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
But the seed of the righteous will be delivered.
Hey, okay, all right, cool. We got the point. Hey, we got to move on for the sake of time, man. We got to move on for the sake of time.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.